Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. One of our weekend chats. So I just thought I would talk a little bit. I like to do a video from time to time just to kind of give you an idea, or people that haven't watched many of my videos, just kind of an idea of my thoughts, my process, the way I do things. I get questions from time to time that seem to be kind of looking for specifics, like a method. Like looking for me to say, okay, here's your program. You're going to eat this many calories. You're going to do this. You're going to get this amount of fruit. You're going to get this amount of greens. You're going to get, whatever. And this is what you're going to do every day. Follow this. Write it down. Follow this to the T, and you're going to be all right. Because I know the way. My path is the right path. See, I just I don't want. That's just not me. That's not my thinking either. And for me to even try to deal with, some specifics would be against my thought process. Because if I can help you with anything, or if I can possibly impart something to other people, is I don't want to teach you how to do things like I do things. What I want to put in your head is like to put you on path to becoming a self-healer of yourself, or just to, or taking care of your own health. Stop putting your health in other people's hands. That's one of the most important things you have in your life. So just to throw your hands up in the air and say, tell me what to do, and that's just not very smart. And because you know what, all these people, and I don't care, they always got to tell you, everybody's got their credentials down, how many days they've been raw, how many years they've been on this lifestyle. They have that resume that they can spit to you just like that. Let me tell you something, Holmes. I don't put nobody on a pedestal. I don't give nobody out there. I respect people. I listen to people. I learn from people. But there ain't nobody out there, no matter how long they've been doing this, how many titles they've got, how many little ebooks they've written, that I put up on this pedestal, and I'm just going to be like, and like follow them and do what they say is the path. So why would I do that? If I'm not going to watch that, if I'm not going to relate to that, why would I recommend other people to do that? Or why would I even want you to, look to me for something like that? Like I say, about the only example I can give is just as an example. That's why I like to do this channel, and that's why I do the channel the way that I do. I try to be as transparent as possible. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not telling you every single detail of my life, but I don't think there's anything major left out. There's definitely nothing left out when it comes to the food. So it's just for you there, and that's why another reason, but something I was thinking about when I was getting ready to do this video is, just how all the time people are telling you. Sorry, there was some sort of weird flying insect that kind of got me distracted there for a minute. But what I was going to say is there's, do your own research. One of the reasons that in videos, like if people make comments sometimes, and they're always nice comments, so there's nothing like looking at it like a negative comment, but sometimes people say, well, you shouldn't do that, or I'll do what you're eating, and they just throw out a one-liner like, well, that's not blah, 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 or they throw out some little process or some disagreement of some sort. And I don't usually respond to those because, most of the time it's not a comment. Most of the time it's a conversation I'm in on social media. And I think people kind of wonder sometimes, like, why I never respond, or why I never defend a position, or why I never debate a position. And it's just simply this. It's not like I think I know more than anybody else. It's just that when I make decisions and when I'm doing things related to my health, I have generally, for most everything I'm doing now, I have looked at both sides of it. I've watched things that I disagree with, and I've watched things that I agree with, just so I can get both perspectives, and then I make a choice. So it's not like I'm just willy-nilly do things, and I'm not, just social media, like that back and forth. It's not a learning process to me. I have zero time for that. I respect it. I respect anybody else, anybody posting their opinion, talking about their opinion. And sometimes I even see threads that I am in online that I've even started that get conversations going between other people. It's just that I'm not participating anymore just because I don't care. I've presented, what I'm doing. I'm just kind of showing what I'm doing. And if somebody disagrees with that, hell, they could be right. But I'm not going to, like I say, I've usually looked at some people that maybe are considered heavy hitters on various subjects on both pros and cons side of issues. So I'm not going to, just because of a comment in a thread on social media from an anonymous person I don't even know in wherever in the world, I'm not going to change, what I'm doing. Okay, well, all of a sudden, somebody says, well, you shouldn't eat that. Look, I'm not going to eat that anymore. Yeah, right. And if you're using that process, you got to strengthen your mind a little bit. But in the end, like I said, this is going to be a real quick one here on the weekend, but just stop looking to other people. I've talked about this theme before. It's all within you. There's a balance. You do need to learn. You need to educate yourself, but you have to train your mind to be able to look at things, understand them, assimilate them into your world, and do it on your own. Not do it on your own. I don't mean you have to do it on your own. We all need support out there. Support's huge. And I don't want to give you an impression like I've reached a point and I'm there and I'm not learning anymore. I'm learning every day. I'm constantly studying things, challenging myself, trying to learn more. But like I say, you might ask yourself, where are your sources of learning coming from mostly? I mean, do you have an open mind? Are you looking at both sides like I'm talking about? Or are you just a joiner? There's a lot of those out there. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel bad for the people sometimes. I think it's certain people that they want community, they want group so much that they just put their faith in groups, in leaders, in things like that. I don't know. Maybe it just all goes back to lifestyle. Being the loner that I am, I've just never operated that way. I've never looked to other people, so much for my knowledge. I've always tried to be, a little bit more self-sufficient when it comes to figuring something out as far as knowledge goes or anything like that. But anyhow, I think I am just rambling today on Saturday. But do it yourself. Walk your path. Don't spend your whole days back and forth telling somebody else why their path is wrong. Just keep walking. All that time you're spending telling somebody their path is wrong, you can be spending on going further down your path. So more about you, less from the outside. You've got everything you need within you. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I love each and every one of you. Peace.